Lesson 6. When and how to scale up. This is the final lesson in the course series, and in this lesson we're going to look at when and how to scale up. All of the course series has really been focused on starting up your business, growing your business, maintaining your business, and now we're talking about when and how to scale up. So the quote for the lesson is this: some eagles fly in the mountain, some eagles die in the valley. If you don't have a strategy, you will have a struggle. And this is a quote by T.D. Jakes. And the story is this: in just over 20 years of my life, I've already experienced 4 near-death experiences. The first time was when I was 7, when I was kidnapped and stolen, and I was almost going to be sold, probably as a slave, but I managed to escape that. And then the next was when I was 9, almost hit by a truck. The truck came and it almost hit me on the road. And then, I survived that. It braked right in front of me. It shook me to death, but I survived it. And then the next was when I was at 11. When I was at 11, I drowned. I nearly drowned in a sewage. And were it not for my sister holding my hand, I'd probably have fallen into the sewage. I didn't know how to swim, so I probably would have died then. And those are some of the experiences where I've really faced near-death experiences in my personal life. But you know that in business, the business also faces near-death experiences. There are many times that your business could almost be wiped out of history. And so this have also happened for us at Sterling. There has been maybe 2 to 3 times where we could have been completely wiped out of our business because of the either changing environment, changing nature, or even internal circumstances, but we've been able to survive that. And so when you experience these near-death experiences in business and in life, they could either paralyze you or they could motivate you. But you have to know that you have to survive first few years, and when you've survived the first few years and survive these near-death experiences as a business and even as a leader and as a person, then you will know that time to scale up has come. And if you've survived and you've grown, how do you know when it's time to scale up? How do you know that I've survived these experiences and maybe it's time for me to move to the next level? How can you tell that your business is ready for the scale up? That is what we'll be talking about in this lesson. And so let's jump right into it. And the first one is turning down potential business opportunities. If customers and clients have to be turned down due to lack of inventory, lack of employees, or simply not enough time in the day, then it might be time to scale up. If you've already survived the hardships, you've already survived the near-death experiences as a business, and now your business is doing well, and now customers are asking more than you can provide, and you can't provide it, then maybe it's time to scale up. Knowing that it's time to grow is not really about your business rejecting opportunities because of its success or about limiting opportunities because of its size, but it's really because you can't handle it. The capacity is too much. People love your product, people are requesting your product, you've survived the hard times, you're here now, people are ordering, you can't provide them, you don't have the inventory for it, it's time to grow up. 2, surpassing your previous goals. If you are attaining or surpassing your goals, then re-evaluation is necessary and scaling up could be the solution. According to Rob Fulton, the proprietor of Exponential Black, he says, once you have realized you have made your original goals too attainable by the standard you have set them, then it's time to scale. The next is you have a strong core team. Your startup, of course, will need a strong core team. Even if you're only 2 to 3 people working, you have to be strong and you have to be connected. And when the team is core and when the team is strong, and then maybe it's time to expand to get new employees. But if the core is strong, new employees will ensure that they maintain the attitude and the energy that they found in the business. So maintaining a strong core team is a sign that you need to grow. Next, proven concept and reliable infrastructure. Ask yourself, Do I have proof of concept? Have I proved the product would sell? Do I have infrastructure in place to scale? Before growth can occur, these questions help you identify easy pitfalls such as weak infrastructure or a premature product. So you also need to answer those questions, and if you can answer them well, you'll know whether it's time to scale or not. And then next we'll look at do you have a clear plan? Do you have a clear plan? Because one of the things is we might want to scale and we don't have the plan. So scaling your business means setting up clearly plans for your expansion based on the factors under your control. You need to have a plan that documents how you will scale up. And then next is mistakes to avoid when scaling up. Here are some of them. 1, improper planning or no planning at all. Many startups don't plan for the scale up. They sort of just want to ease into the scale up process rather than plan for it. And then next is a lack of focus. We have to be focused. When you're scaling up, it's a very trying time because we are coming from our comfort zone and you're moving into a new territory. So we have to be very focused to ensure that we are scaling up the right way. 3 is mistaking leadership for management. Successful leaders are always idea machines. Management is about keeping things going and maintaining, and then leadership is about ideation, innovation, and creativity. So you have to always distinguish leadership and management and focus on always being a leader, coming up with new ideas, and let the managers maintain the organization. And then next, not hiring or firing on time. Having the wrong team on your staff can do more harm than good. So always identify people's traits. If they're the wrong fit, just fire them immediately to ensure that you're always bringing in new talent that is able to maintain that core on the team. Because as we said up there, having a strong core is a sign that you need to scale up, but a strong core cannot come with the wrong team. So have the right team. So summary, things that will show that you're ready to scale: turning down opportunities, business potential opportunities; 2, surpassing your previous goals; 3, having a strong core team; and 4, having a proven concept and reliable infrastructure; and finally, having a clear plan. Mistakes to avoid when scaling up: not planning, not keeping in focus, mistaking leadership for management, and not hiring or firing on time. So in the practical skills, we will look at how to scale up. And the first step is commit to growth. Decide that you are going to grow and commit to that process. Number 2, work on your leadership skills. Leadership is about ideas, creativity, and innovation. Focus on bringing those and keeping those in the organization, and be sure to avoid the pitfall of falling into just management. Number 3, hire the right people and fire if necessary. Hire people who are the right fit, people who have previous experience, people who are energetic, people who have the right attitude, people who are willing to stay, and people who are willing to invest their time to grow. Hire the right skill. Number 4, yes, collaborate with many. If you want to scale up, collaborate with many organizations and institutions. They help you to do the things that you might not necessarily have done, and they save you a lot of time and resources to do them. So that has been one of our biggest strategies for scale up, and it could be for you as well. Adopt collaboration as a strategy. And then next is focus on process and automate as much as possible. Ensure that the process is clear, the process is simple, and the process, if possible, is automated, so that there is no back and forth in making some processes to work for you. And then finally, boost your marketing. Nobody will interact with your product if they don't know you. So if you want to scale up, boost your marketing. Let people know you, let people know what you're doing, let people know that this is what you stand for, and in that way, they'll be able to partner and scale up with you. And then finally, make yourself excusable. If you could be out of the business and the business is still running, then that business is ready for scale. So find ways to, delegate more, and also make yourself excusable for the business to gauge if it is ready for scale up process. And with that, I hope you put these practical skills into action. And when you're ready, I hope you use them to scale up your business. And with that, this brings us to the end of this course. This is a very short course, just talking about pinpointing highlights of the things that you need to have and be thinking of when you're scaling up. And this brings us to the very end of this course, and thank you very much for staying through. Of course, give us reviews, give us comments, let us know where we can improve, and see you on the next one.